It's about 5:30, I guess I should say. We've been to College Station. We were there for the 10 o'clock news. Now we're back inside of Harris County, just past the Grand Parkway in the Cypress area, and wanted to show you, join you here on our digital platform to show you what we are looking at. This is a roof camera. The rain's so intense up there right now and all over the lens you can't hardly see anything. But in front of us, and I'm going to reach up and turn this light off so Ryan can see, photographer Ryan Phillips with me tonight. We are in the backside of this severe thunderstorm that David Paul and Erica Lopez were just talking about here. We're coming in on 290, obviously from the College Station area. You can see, thankfully, a lot of people not out on the roads at this hour. It is late, 20 minutes to the midnight hour. So not a lot of people would be on the roads anyway, but I can tell you, certainly less than normal at this point. We're in the backside, again, of that severe thunderstorm that David and Erica were just talking about, the very, very backside of it, but it's still, you can see the intense lightning flashes. There's heavy rain. Thankfully, as David and Erica have been talking about, the storm is moving fast enough. There's not really a flood threat with this. Not a lot of water ponding on the roads, but we did just get an update from Centerpoint. About 9,000 people are without power in the Centerpoint coverage area. We know about 5,000 people up in the Bryan College Station area without power. Did see some pictures up there of lightning hitting a transformer. Also saw another picture on social media of a tree on top of a car. We've been in and out, off and on rainstorms coming back here. In front of us at one point, there were two severe warned supercells, one severe thunderstorm, and then about 10 miles in front of us, a tornado warned storm. That was the storm that moved up through the Montgomery area. David was tracking that until the rotation dissipated there before even making it hardly into Montgomery County. Waller County, we were listening to on the radios and the weather tracker. We heard them warning deputies out on the road that there was a threat of rotation in that thunderstorm. Haven't heard any storm reports. Have heard that there could be some power lines down in Waller County. We're checking with them to see how they fared through all of this, and just looking at some updated, and wow, big lightning flash there. Excuse me. Now Centerpoint telling us 13,000 people are without power, and that they're looking at heavy rain, according to the Harris County Flood Control District. Heavy rain at Willow Fork Creek and Patterson Road, that's near Brookshire. Warning that street flooding is possible there. And again, I haven't had a huge threat of flooding with this because these storms are moving, as David was just saying, around 35 miles an hour. But they are dumping a lot of rain. Certainly, we were in College Station for 10 o'clock and we saw intense wind. That storm, as it moved through there, had just dropped a tornado warning about 5 miles to the west of where we were. Another big lightning flash there as we close in on the front line of this front as it's moving through here. The front line now about in the Jersey Village area, Beltway 8, that part of Harris County, moving into the city of Houston. About right on time. David said it would be here around midnight, and here it is rolling into Houston. Almost going to set your clocks to that forecast. We are planning on moving into the Beltway in Jersey Village here on 290, taking the Beltway around to the north. We've heard people giving storm reports of power outages. Thankfully, along 290 here, all the traffic lights at the overpasses and underpasses and along the feeder, they appear to all be on. The businesses still lit up. Doesn't look like they're having a power issue. So you can see people taking it cautious there with your hazard lights on. Interesting why people do that, but people with their hazard lights on here along 290 as we move through this. This is again a severe thunderstorm. The severe thunderstorm warning stretches from Katy all the way up to near the Huntsville area. So quite a large area along this line as it's moving in to the Houston area tonight. Certainly wanted to give you a live look at what we're looking at as we're moving back into the city. You can see again heavy rain. We've gotten some really big lightning flashes here in the last few minutes, getting closer back to the front of this storm. I'm going to pull up your Facebook comments here on my laptop as Ryan is driving. I'm making that very clear. Ryan is driving, and certainly that's for safety, so he can keep his eyes on the road, and I can run the weather tracker. I'm going to scroll down and see if you have any questions. Certainly here to answer as many as I can. Again, we're moving in 290. Oh, somebody's saying right there 529 and Highway 6, I think it was. Somebody's saying they had their power out. Power out in Cypress. We certainly heard two different accounts of that, because somebody said there was power out in Cypress, and then somebody said there wasn't. The parts of Cypress we just drove through along 290 certainly saw power, and you can see here in this shot the lights along the top of the highway here, top of the freeway, they are still on. We're pulling up Hempstead Road, Huffmeister Road exit in about a quarter of a mile, and you can see the lights at that intersection in the distance. They are also still on. So that is certainly some good news tonight, that a lot of places still do have the lights on. A few of you still reporting lights out. And we just got an update again, if you're just joining us from Centerpoint, saying that about 9,000 people in their service area are without power. Again, a couple big flashes of lightning still in front of us. Thankfully, most of the convection in this storm is still to the north, up around the Conroe area, not really in the intense part of that. That tornado warning before it expired, it tracked to the northeast and went through again like the Montgomery area. It was allowed to expire after it. Certainly, they dropped part of it after it moved out of Waller County, but then as it went into the Montgomery and that area, that tornado warning expired. Didn't even make it to the Woodlands. So good news for the people up that way. That again, no indication that was ever more than just a funnel or radar indicated. No damage reports so far from Montgomery County. We have one of our friends that shoots video for us overnight. They are staged up in the Spring area. I've been checking in with Jeremy, and he is monitoring the conditions up there. Certainly says just 15 minutes ago that they weren't having, 20 minutes ago, I should say, but they weren't having a lot of rain in that area. It was certainly kind of a cloudy night, and then as this moved in, you can imagine it's picked up there as well. This line now is pushed through the Spring area and almost to the the northwest loop. We're trying to catch up with it. Ryan, you can actually, I think, just stay on 290. We'll skip the Beltway and we'll go into downtown. So Ryan's driving the weather tracker tonight. We flipped the light. I just flipped the camera back around. You can kind of see in here with us the glow from the computer lighting it up. Hi, everybody. Brett Buffington here. We've been out since about 5:30, 6 o'clock tonight tracking severe weather. David thought we would see the earliest and probably the hardest part in this area of the severe weather up in the College Station area, and that is where we went. And certainly just 15 minutes before we went on air, and about 15 miles right to the west of where we were, they did have a tornado warning. No indication that that was anything more than a radar indicated tornado. Didn't see any reports of damage up there, but we do know in the Bryan College Station area about 5,000 people were without power at the last check there. And now we're hearing from Centerpoint, the assignment desk back at KHOU. They just updated us that about 9,000 people are without power. Again, David talked earlier about how this didn't develop with the forecast. We never got as hot as we were supposed to today. So these storms not as intense as they once were forecasted to be as this line moves through here. But still, nevertheless, it is something to take serious tonight. Especially stay inside. You don't have to be out on the road. It's late. Thankfully, this happened in the overnight hours. You're watching the right place. We're out here showing you what it looks like. And again, I'm going to flip back to the dash camera here on the weather tracker because I'll show you why we're not using the big camera on the roof. The one that spins around that's all fancy. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold too. The cedar pollen got me. It's really hard to see with all the rain now hitting the lens anything clearly. So I'm going to switch back to the camera inside for a view behind the wipers. This is what we're seeing as we're driving down 290. We're coming up, what is this? Jones? Yeah. Coming up on Jones Road, just to give you a little locator of where we are. And again, I'm reading your comments as well, if there's anything I can help you answer. Tracy's saying rain picking up at I-45 at Hardy and Spring. We have somebody up there monitoring the weather, getting video for us up there. Heavy rain in Eagle Landing. Power is on. That's good news for you, Letty. Hopefully the lights stay on for you there. A lot of wind in New Caney. I can believe that. Strong part of this line just moved through that area. In fact, the part that had a tornado warning that was allowed to expire just moved through between the Woodlands and that area up there. That has just been issued by the National Weather Service. It is here. It is originating on the leading edge of this line of thunderstorms right near the Mission Bend and Sugar Land area, right in here. So that's the spot where Doppler radar has indicated we've got some rotation. And so it is a possible tornado on the leading edge of that line of thunderstorms right between Sugar Land and Mission Bend, Fort Bend County.
and it's going to track within this purple polygon that we've drawn in here. So that is going to race right past the Sugar Land area, and then right up just north of 5969, going to cross over the west side of the tollway on the West Park Tollway here, and the west side of Beltway 8 within the next 15 or 20 minutes. That tornado warning will be in effect until 12:15, so for about the next half an hour, that's in effect. It is very common to get little, we almost call them gustnados, little tornadoes on the leading edge of that line of thunderstorms like this. And so that's what we've got here. And we are also watching, and I've popped up the Doppler part of Doppler radar. Looks like we might have just a little bit of rotation indicated right here by Doppler radar. It's not a very strong signature, but it is there. It is possible. And because of the possibility that we could have a small tornado here near Sugar Land, the Weather Service has gone ahead and warned for it. So once again, a tornado warning in effect now for Fort Bend County. It's right here is where we're picking up indications of a little bit of a twist to the atmosphere, near just north of Sugar Land, just north of 69. It's going to be right there, and that one's going to race northeast at about 35 miles an hour. So between Sugar Land and Mission Bend, and then that's going to track not too far. It's going to cross here right over the West Park Tollway and Beltway 8 on the southwest side of Harris County over the next 15, 20 minutes. So if you're here, if you're in the path of this storm, you need to take cover inside your home, lowest floor, first floor of your home or business or garage or wherever you are, and away from windows is the best place to be. So here's a closer view of where this tornado warning is and where we're headed. So again, Doppler radar's picked up a little bit of rotation right here, just near Pecan Grove. There's 99. So right near 99 as it moves through Fort Bend County between Pecan Grove and New Territory. Here's Highway 6, so it's just to the west of Highway 6. And that little twist is going to race northeast at about 35 miles an hour. So Meadows Place, Mission Bend, A-Leaf. There's your West Park Tollway. There's the west side of Beltway 8. Here's 69, north of 69. So it may cross the West Park Tollway. So neighborhoods along the West Park Tollway west of Beltway 8, right in here in the A-Leaf area, you're going to want to take cover, go to the first floor of your home, away from windows, and away and inside the interior room of your home, like a closet or a bedroom. Those are the best places to go to be safe from any possible flying debris. And just looking at the shape of this, it looks like we may have a little bit of a twist, indicating counterclockwise rotation right in here. There's also lightning and thunder, and straight line wind damage is also possible with this line of storms as it moves through. So once again, that's a tornado warning. Again, here's Sugar Land, here's A-Leaf, Meadows Place, Missouri City, there's Bel Air, and the storm system is moving like this. Here's where the rotation is right now, right over Highway 6, just south of Mission Bend in Fort Bend County. Tornado warning until 12:15, so we're at 11:53, so for about the next 20 minutes or so, that will be in effect. Again, if severe weather approaches your home, interior room, away from windows, here's a little bigger picture. Here's the line of thunderstorms pushing into Fort Bend County, western Harris County, northwest Harris County. Folks in Bunker Hill, Spring Branch, Memorial, it's just pushing into you. We've had a lot of reports of sporadic, spotty power outages, small tree limbs coming down with wind gusts 40 to 60 as that line races in. So lots of little power outages here as well. So don't be surprised if you lose power, or at least your lights flicker a little bit as that line of storms moves through. Here's a little broader view. There's Spring, Woodlands, there's downtown, there's Sugar Land, so Pearland, Friendswood right in here, Jersey Village, Cypress area had some issues with power out in the Cypress area in some spots, Memorial Villages, Memorial area, Sugar Land in here, and again you see that pink box right here. That's our tornado warning in effect till 12:15. I'm going to put the radar scope on this one more time. So again, interior room away from windows. That is the safest place to be when wind like this, tornadic thunderstorms move into the area. And this is the Doppler part of Doppler radar. We can look inside the storm. Not seeing anything that looks very strong, but it doesn't take much. If you have any storm reports, we're also live on Facebook, KHOU's Facebook page. I would love to see your storm reports. If you have any pictures, let us know what's going on where you live. It really helps us get our bearings and know what our images on radar actually look like on the ground. And we've already had some great reports from you guys on Facebook as well. We're live there right now as well. So here's Sugar Land, Mission Bend, and again, it looks like we've got a little bit of rotation right in here near Sugar Land, maybe just north of Sugar Land, between Mission Bend and Sugar Land, right in here, a little bit of rotation picked up by radar. Quite often we'll get these radar indicated rotations and they don't verify. We end up not getting a tornado. But that's the type of signature, that's the type of information the radar gives us that says, hey, that's where a tornado could happen with very little warning. All the conditions are there, it's rotating, and we go ahead and issue the warning. It's called a radar indicated tornado warning, and that is in effect now and will be in effect. Oh, have they let it go? They may have let it go. I'm not finding a couplet there. Maybe they've let it go. That would be fine with me. Let me zoom out and see. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like they canceled it.
Yep. Okay.
11:55.
So the tornado warning is now, unless they're gonna say they're gonna reissue it.
Nope, doesn't say anything about reissuing. Just some local storm reports here. Trees down on a house, which is causing a gas leak. So it looks like.
Where is that?
They put it address Dry Brook Road.
It must be coming out of Fort Bend County.
Yeah, so we'll make sure to pass that information on to our crews.
So I'm not sure if we're still live on the television side. What we're going to do is we're still live on the television side. We're going to take a break from that. The tornado warning has been allowed to expire. We will continue our live coverage on social media. So you can go to khou.com's Facebook page. We are live there right now, and that's where we're going to continue to be live. So if you want continuing coverage, go on over to KHOU 11's Facebook page, and we're live there right now. So David Paul with you, Erica Lopez right here, monitoring social. You guys giving us your social reports, posting them on KHU11's Facebook page, really helping us tonight. Keep track of all the moving parts and what's going on as these storms are moving through. And we'll take a look at this one more time. We use what we call here the radar scope. We're going to scope it, Doppler radar. And
so interesting, a lot of storm reports are finally coming out.
Okay.
Right now, it takes some time, but from Waller, so from the storm that we were tracking earlier in Waller County, a roof collapsed on a mobile home, 7 miles west of Riverside. So that's the latest from there.
There's so much wind energy with this line coming in. We're getting a lot of gusts to 40, 50, 60. So Erica, there's reports of roof damage, mobile home damage. That's exactly the type of damage that we would expect. It's usually minor, although obviously damage to a mobile home can be much more serious if folks are inside it. During severe weather outbreaks, mobile homes are not a safe place to be. If you really want to be safe, you need to be in a home with a foundation. It's just simply because you're not tied down to the ground like a house is on a foundation. Now, growing up here in Houston, I lived in a mobile home for a year and a half. Royal Coach Mobile Home Park. If you're watching from the Royal Coach Mobile Home Park up near the Greens Point area, nice to see you. Lived there for a couple of years. Growing up, it was 1975. So I know that, and I remember I was a weather kid, and I remember being concerned, and I remember we had tornado warnings from time to time, and it was a serious situation. Looking at the scope, I'm not seeing anything along the leading edge of that line that looks tornadic coming into Houston. That's good. But I do see a pretty good line of thunderstorms coming in. That's going to produce a lot of gusty wind, brief heavy rain as it races east at 35 miles an hour. And Erica, just chime in with any more of those storm reports that you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
on Facebook are giving us. It's so helpful to pass along this information.
Yeah, well, Veronica just let me know she's in Eagle Lake, and
yeah.
they've just had heavy rain and no power now, no lights for over an hour. So she's not excited about it. She misses her lights and she's asking for help. But you know, Veronica, a lot of folks are going through this with you tonight.
Yeah, these we're gonna have a lot of power outages tonight, but we'll get the light back on. I'm glad you're okay, Veronica, and hopefully everybody in Eagle Lake out there is able to see us with the batteries charged up, with the power out. They'll get that power back on, and I expect quite a bit of power outages now. So let me. What I'm going to do is clean up the radar view a little bit so you can see easier, and we will go right into. So hello, Memorial Villages on the west side. Cypress, folks out to Copperfield, to Addicks, to Katy, Sugarland. Hello, there's your thunderstorm. Aldine area, Spring area, the Royal Coach Mobile Home Park that I lived in as a kid right there. Hello, Royal Coach, how you doing? A little further south, right there.
Preston just let me know that he had wind gusts 40 to 69 miles an hour. So Preston, where are you located with that report though?
And I wonder if he has an anemometer. How did you measure that?
Exactly, yeah, that seems like a very precise type of reading. So let us know, but yeah. I'm not surprised. A lot of areas are seeing wind gusts that strong with all these power outages.
Yeah, Preston, keep it coming. Give us more detailed report. We've got an amateur meteorologist there. Spring getting hit pretty hard right now with heavy thunderstorms. You know you've got some strong wind in there. Hello, Woodland, Spring. East side now, Porter Heights, Grangerland, Roman Forest, Dogwood Acres, Humble. It's just about to race through your neighborhood. In fact, let me just let's get everybody who's like just ahead of the line. I'll pause this.
Before you do that, Anna asked, she's in Briar Forest.
Yeah.
That she has heavy rain and thunder and was asking because she had a tornado warning on her cell phone. So that tornado warning has expired, Anna.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
So that's over here, Spring Branch, Memorial area. No tornado warning now. That tornado warning has been allowed to expire. And we just did a second diagnosis of the storm. At the moment, we don't see any rotation in there. That's good. But a lot of straight line wind gusts, 40 to 50 to 60, maybe to 70 on the leading edge of that line of storms. So if you are in, New Caney, Kingwood, Lake Houston area, Tascasita, Kingwood, you're just about to get in on some very gusty wind and heavy rain, lightning, and thunder as the leading edge of that races into your neighborhood. It's already, West 34th, 43rd Street, Aldine area, 290. That's just about to race into downtown Houston. That's really moving quick. So Bel Air, Meyerland, here you are. There's your storms racing into the southwest area. The right where I'm standing here in the Galleria area, just about to get in on the leading edge. In fact, I'm looking out the window. Look at the wind, Erica.
Yeah, I know. It's here at the KHOU studio, that's for sure. Not far, Memorial City, Gina is saying that heavy winds and rain pounding in her area. So it's coming down hard, that's for sure.
Memorial City right here. Yeah, you are right in the middle of it, Memorial City.
Hey, Carrie just tuned in asking for an update on the tornado warning. So if you are just tuning in because you had an alert on your cell phone, well, the tornado warning has now expired. So good news, there are no current active tornado warnings. It's just the heavy rain and gusty winds that's ongoing right now.
Yeah, and so what warnings are out there right now? Inside the orange boxes here, we're under what's called a severe thunderstorm warning. That means we could have hail to quarter size or above. You could have wind gusts above 58 miles an hour. And I think really it's the wind gusts that are most likely. We're not getting any reports of any significant hail here in Houston. That's good. I drive a truck that has hail damage on it, so now I don't have to worry about that. Already got it. But this is not a big hail threat. Yeah, Erica.
Oh, check out this report in Oak Ridge, Gina. Transformers blew out, and their neighbor's trampoline is standing against their fence.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is why when we're talking about our greatest threat being straight line damaging winds, we remind you guys before the event to secure all of those, things that could fly away.
But who's really going to go out and move the trampoline? That's a big job.
Well, yeah, it is. Send the children out,
You should
right?
send the
they
kids to
play
go
on
do
it,
it.
they can tie it down.
That's exactly right. Make those kids put up that trampoline. Okay, so where was the transformer and the trampoline damage?
In Oak Ridge.
In Oak Ridge, all right. Oak Ridge, so up there on the north side. And that's exactly the type of damage we would expect with these straight line wind gusts, 40, 50, 60, maybe up to 70 miles an hour. And I bet there are a lot of transformers that are going to be blown tonight with a few limbs coming down at just the wrong spot. So there's the leading edge of the storm, just about to reach downtown Houston. It's in the heart of Memorial, Sugar Land, down to Needville. It's passed through Richmond-Rosenberg, but you're still getting heavy rain, Richmond-Rosenberg. Spring Woodlands getting heavy rain and thunder right now. It stretches back to Jersey Village, back to Katy. You're on the backside of that line, and down to Needville. So here you are, Alvin, League City, Baytown, Liberty, right in here, the Kingwood area. You're just about to get the leading edge of that line of thunderstorms rumble in. It's going to be a little dicey for a little bit, but at the moment you're not under any significant tornadic warning, just a severe thunderstorm warning for straight line winds and brief heavy rain. No flood warnings, that's good. So far the line is moving quickly enough. I'll zoom out and we'll put it in motion so everybody can get a look and set their bearings.
Okay, so Heather's asking, oh no, sorry, wrong person. Oh, hear you. Macy, I want to talk about Macy because she's in Belleville and she wants to know when she can go to sleep. Because I bet you a lot of people are trying to sleep right now and they woke up with the thunder.
She's in Belleville?
Yes.
Oh, you can go to sleep. You're done. Belleville. We used to call it Bevel. Right out here in Austin County. New Ulm, Cat Spring, or Cat's Spring. I should get that right. Industry, I know this area very well. Out in Belleville, you are done. You can go to sleep. You're good. It's a good question. There's the line. Let me put a storm track on it.
Daniel has another good question. He's asking, is this the only line of storms tonight?
Yes.
Yes, Daniel. So,
good question.
Yeah, once it's pouring and once it starts calming down, you're in the clear. You'll probably have some light rain still hanging around behind, but it should clear out pretty quickly. And then dry tomorrow and cold tomorrow also.
Oh yeah, we'll check temperatures here in just a second. So here's the line now right up and down the 59-69 corridor. And here's the storm track. It's racing east at 38 miles an hour. So it's 12:07 right now. It's in downtown Houston right now. It's 12:07. You know, after all this forecasting, a couple of days out, we thought it might hit downtown right at midnight. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good forecast.
You're 7 minutes late.
I'm 7 minutes
David, it's 12:07.
I'm going to give myself a check plus on that forecast. Liberty by 12:49. Galveston 1:33. Is it an hour and a half from Galveston? It may get there a little sooner than 1:33, Galveston. Port Arthur 2:30, and then over to Sulphur. Sulphur, Louisiana. So my first weather job in television in 1993 was in Lake Charles. And then a year later, this very pretty girl moved in. She was a reporter. She had an apartment in Sulphur, Louisiana. We ended up getting married. We've been married for 25 years.
Aww.
That's my story about Sulphur.
Do you want me to tell you how old I was in 1993?
No, I really don't.
I'm kidding.
So we're relaxed for the moment because we don't have any tornado warnings. That's a good thing. A lot of wind, a lot of rain. There are a lot of sporadic power outages being forecast. So as that line moves through, you can expect the wind to gust 30, 40, 50. A few limbs may come down. We've had lots of reports on Facebook from folks with power outages or limbs down or a little bit of roof damage, minor wind damage, but so far that's been the worst of it. Oh, and also these we've had a couple of tornado warnings. No reports of any actual tornadoes. They were just radar indicated. They were not confirmed. They didn't verify. So that's good as well, Erica.
Yeah, I can double check here on National Weather Service chat room, but don't see any reports really, except for that one report. Remember that I mentioned about a gas leak in the Woodlands area. Trees down at a home on Drybrook Road, causing a gas leak in the Woodlands area.
Okay, so that was the Woodlands where that.
Okay, so that could not have been any tornado reports
No.
in that area. So that's probably our major reports that we're seeing, besides just lots of strong winds outside.
And that confirms this is a straight line wind threat. It really has not been a tornado threat. It's been straight line winds. And that's what you would expect with a line pattern like that, is straight line winds. So we're seeing a lot of that. So once again, if you're now East Harris County, Kingwood, Baytown, Pasadena. Come on, computer. Oh boy, I really went way back. All right, real quickly, I want to show you what temperatures are doing, because I want to see what temperatures are doing. I haven't checked this in a little bit. What are temperatures doing? Ooh, and they are dropping. Okay, don't look. Guess, what's the temperature at Bush Intercontinental Airport, Erica?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was 74 last
yep.
time we checked.
61.
Oh, 63.
Oh,
Pretty good.
nice.
All right,
Not
you
bad.
get a check. You get a check plus for that. Tomball's at 60. Columbus has dropped to 56. So look how much colder it's getting. So it's a quick 15 degree or so, 10 to 15 degree temperature drop as the front blows through. That's nice. Our lens is, see how the lens has that wavy effect? That means the water is just coming down in sheets over the lens. This is our live tower camera from the Westheimer Studios. Bush Intercontinental Airport. Let's see what wind direction they're getting. West-northwest at 20 at Bush. So the winds have gone from southerly all day to now out of the west-northwest, completely shifted around. That's the cold front blowing through.
Hey, we have a pretty nice comment here. Rose
Hey,
just
Rose.
commented, "Hi, David."
Hi, Rose.
Do you know Rose Reyna?
No.
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I mean,
no.
she's a Facebook friend.
Okay, your fellow Jersey villager here.
Oh, Rose.
Rose, that Rose. Just waiting on this to pass so I can sleep without worry. Thanks for all you do and your teamwork and hard work. That she appreciates it.
You're welcome.
Very sweet comment, Rose.
You guys can go to sleep out in Jersey Village. You're done. It's over.
Or you can go outside and feel the cool air, start to
Yeah.
filter in. That'd be fun too.
It's always nice to get out in the weather, especially once it's the severe threat is over. Real quickly, so everybody who's about to get hit, I want to go over that now.
Hey Barbara, thanks for your storm report. Barbara Miller letting us know that rain and winds is getting stronger in the Fresno area, close to 288.
Oh yeah, well that line of storms is just knocking on the door of Highway 288. So there's the line. So Atascocita, Humble, Kingwood, you're getting it. Downtown Houston, getting it right now. Here's 288. And you can see that line of storms is just to the west of 288. Everybody along 288, you're about to get the rough stuff. I see you, Damon, New Gulf, Needville. You're getting some pretty good thunderstorms, but not severe. We're okay there. Pretty good storms now. Cleveland, they've rumbled through the Livingston area. Livingston, you're getting hard hit right now. Good evening, Livingston. Just stay tucked in here, Point Blank and Shepherd. You'll be all right. That'll blow through. You could still have wind gusts 40, 50, 60, but hopefully you don't get any damage with that. And now that the leading edge of that has blown through, we're still getting some good wind out here in the Galleria area. We're looking out the window right now.
Yeah, so if you guys live in any of those areas and if you have storm reports of any damage, that you witness near your home, or hopefully not to your home, but let us know what's going on. Really helps us paint the bigger picture and tell the weather story when you guys give us your storm reports.
It's Sugarland and Richmond-Rosenberg down to Needville getting in on heavy rain right now, but the severe threat has passed. Sugarland, Richmond, Needville, your severe threat is over. You're still getting thunderstorms. It's right on the leading edge. That's the only real threat that we have right now. Good. All right. I think we're going to get through this without any big tornadic damage here. That's good.
Big limb just fell. Melissa, where are you tuning in from? Can you let me know where that storm report's from?
Yeah. And there's going to be a bunch of limbs down all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But a big one is a problem.
I'm pretty sure my husband's tuning in right now, and he's going to have a lot of trees to pick up tomorrow.
It's going to be a busy day tomorrow on the...
Lots of firewood chopping tomorrow. Good thing it's the weekend. Okay, Katie's asking, how many inches are we expecting? So rainfall totals.
Let me pull
Good question,
Let me pull
Katie.
up rainfall estimate.
Yeah, because that was a big question for a lot of folks before this system pushed through. Because living in Houston, we're all used to flooding events, right? And we didn't expect this to be a flooding event. We did expect a strong line of heavy rain, but since it's quickly pushing out, rainfall accumulations are not going to be that much. You'll have that brief moments of heavy downpours, but then once it clears out, it's good, and we can go on with our lives. So David is pulling up rainfall estimated, and yeah, let's see if it verified with what the models were hinting at, which most of the models, and when we're watching them throughout the week, David, you know, a couple of them trended 2 inches, and then they lessened throughout the week. And then by today, the GFS model was forecasting anywhere from about 1/10 of an inch to about 3/4 of an inch. So it looks like some isolated areas did pick up close to 2 inches.
Remember, this is an estimate.
Yeah.
The radar is trying to use its algorithm and what it's seeing to estimate how much rain has hit the ground. And at first when I see this 1.7 inch total up near Conroe, I'm a little skeptical. But you know what? The rain, the lightning, that's where the heaviest convection has been. Yeah, you may have had 1.5 inches of rain up here near Conroe. You know, 1 inch in the Tomball Cypress area, 1.5 inches near Katy, almost 1 inch Sugarland, Richmond, Rosenberg, 1 inch as you get out toward New Ulm, Cat Spring, Bevel, maybe 1 inch of rain. Hempstead, 1 1/3 inches, Bryan, 1 1/3 inches. These look right. I think that's got it.
Yeah.
That's about what the models were suggesting.
Hey, you know what? We forgot it's Friday night. People are out tonight.
Yeah.
And David looks like he's in the Galleria area. So he's asking, how's the Galleria area looking? Is it safer now? Because, you know, people are probably trying to get their Uber home.
It's peak Ubering right now.
Peak Ubering and peak storm time for Houston.
Yeah.
So you kind of just got to wait it out, because if it's pouring in your area, it's not going to last for long, but just, you know, wait it out 30 minutes to 45 minutes. You should be good.
We've popped another tornado warning.
Oh, great.
Southern Harris County. Let's take a look at it.
I'm going to work on tweeting that out here.
If you would tweet it out, and we need to break into the TV side as well with this.
Do you want me to let them know?
Dion, can you hear me? Dion, are you listening? So for those of you here on Facebook, new tornado warning, southern portions of Harris County. This is going to be another one of these little patterns right along the leading edge of that line of thunderstorms. I'm going to pause the radar, and we will scope it. Oh yeah, got a good little couplet there. That's a good one. This is fairly close to the radar site, so it may be overdone a little bit. But so, tornado warning. This is for southern Harris County. Here's downtown Houston, Brookside Village. Here's Highway 35. There's 288. So it's just east of 288. What you've got here is very hot colors and cool colors coming together. That indicates rotation. So we've got ourselves a pretty good little rotation right there, just west of Mikawa. That is going to race east-northeast at 35. How long that little couplet, that little piece of rotation holds together remains to be seen. But that's a new tornado warning in effect until 12:30. So for about another 10 minutes. And that's about how long these little gust-nados, we call them, last. They come and go very quickly. And again, Dion, talk to me in my ear because we do need to break in on the TV side with this. Oh, now I can hear you. I can hear you. I got you. So just let me know when you want to do the countdown. Okay. Okay. In the meantime, we'll continue here. So one of the services that we provide here, obviously, is tornado warnings. When we actually get a warning, we jump on the television side so everybody who's out there watching can see the warning. It's one of our duties as a broadcaster in this market. There's your rotation. Get closer in on that. So again, this is a tornado warning, southern Harris County. This is in between 610 and the Beltway. I'm ready. Okay. All right, good evening, everybody, or good morning, everybody. We've got a new tornado warning. This is going to be in effect for about the next 10 minutes. This is in southern Harris County. To set your bearings, here's downtown. There's Brookside Village. Here's 288. That's the south side of the 610 loop. This is the south side of Beltway 8. And Doppler radar was picking up pretty good rotation right in here, just to the west of East Haven. That has just updated, and it looks like that couplet may have weakened, but this is a warned area, and you can see we've got the purple polygon here, so that possible tornado indicated by radar racing east-northeast at about 35 miles an hour. So folks in Pasadena, East Haven, Olcott, you guys are in the path of a radar indicated, a possible tornado. What to do? First floor of your home or business away from windows. That's the safest place to be with this type of weather warning situation. We're looking inside the storm here using Doppler radar, and this just updated just as we came on to break into programming. And as it updated, what looked like a tornado on radar has vanished. They come and go very quickly with this type of line of thunderstorms moving through. That being said, right in here, right along Highway 35 between 610 and the Beltway, you can expect very strong straight line winds here. Those could easily gust to 60, 70 miles an hour in that spot. So you definitely want to take cover. Oh, this is the I-45, the Gulf Freeway. So that's going to cross over the Gulf Freeway here between 610 and the Beltway, between I-35 and I-45 here in the next few minutes. If you're in the neighborhoods in here, take cover. First floor of your home or business away from windows. An interior room, closet, or bathroom. That's the best place to be. And let this blow through. Stay safe and let this blow through. It looks like now it's just a straight line wind event. But just a moment ago, we had a really nicely formed couplet that indicated rotation and a possible tornado. And that's the tornado warned area inside that purple polygon. It does include Pasadena, Olcott, East Haven, but at the moment, no reports of an actual tornado reported, just a radar indicated one racing east-northeast at about 35, 38 miles an hour. So it's going to come and go very, very quickly. I'll turn off the scope and you can get a better look at the radar signature. So there's the leading edge of that line of thunderstorms racing east. That's where we've got very gusty winds, 40, 50, 50, 60, 70 mile an hour possible. We've had a lot of isolated power outages reported to us as we've gone through the evening on this as this races east. And let me zoom out so everybody can see where we are and you can set your bearings. So again, tornado warning for southern Harris County will be in effect until 12:30. So that's just another couple of minutes. Here's the line of thunderstorms now through downtown racing to the east. So it's east and southeast Harris County, Pasadena, heading toward League City. This is going to be a loop I'll put up over the past 2 hours. There are the storms. Well, they've moved a lot. Go ahead, Erica.
Hey, I do want to mention that that warning is actually over Hobby.
Right over Hobby Airport area, yeah.
And I actually just got a text message from our executive producer, Wiley, letting us know that someone on Facebook, one of our viewers, is letting us know that tornado on the ground at Hobby. We don't know if that's confirmed. We're not sure. If you guys are located in this area, if you're seeing something, if you did see something, we need more information. But I'm monitoring all of our digital platforms, trying to pick up any pieces to see if there was actually something on the ground.
It would not surprise me at all if we did have a tornado a little bit ago on the ground near the Hobby Airport area. So folks, in the Hobby Airport area, you're going to want to take cover. Interior room of your home away from windows. Foster Place, Gulf Crest, Brookhaven, Mayfair, folks along Belford on the southeast side where it meets the Gulf Freeway, Airport Boulevard at the Gulf Freeway, all the neighborhoods in here around the Hobby Airport area. This is where you need to take cover, first floor of your home away from windows, and let this blow through. Give it 15, 20 minutes and let this blow on through. There's Dixie Drive, there's Belford Street where it crosses 35 to I-45. There's Airport Boulevard where it crosses over into the Gulf Freeway. So again, the Hobby Airport area, neighborhoods there, you want to take cover right now for a possible tornado in that area. And we do have a warning in effect until, that warning is in effect until 12:30, I believe. Let me just double check that.
Yes, 12:30 a.m.
Yeah, so just for another few minutes. And what has happened is we had a very good signature. Erica, it wouldn't surprise me if that report of an actual tornado near Hobby is verified.
Yeah, so I'm trying to look through all of our comments, messages, see if I have any more information out there. So any information would definitely help for helping to confirm that.
So folks watching us on the TV side, we're also live on Facebook, and if you have storm reports or pictures, we're inviting you to please join the conversation and share it with us. We would very much appreciate that. So for the television side, so this warning is going to expire in about 3 minutes. What we're going to do is let you go on the TV side, but if you want to come on and continue the conversation, we'll continue to watch the severe weather threat on the social side. We're live on Facebook, KHOU 11's Facebook page. Just come on over there and we will continue live coverage there. And we'll say goodbye on the TV side for now, but come on over and we'll break in again to TV. You can stay with us. If we get another warning, we'll break in on the TV side and let you know as well. And I'm hearing my phone buzzing again.
Uh-oh. Are we still on digital side?
Yeah. So once again, tornado warning continues in effect until 12:30. That's another 3 minutes. Possible tornado indicated by radar near the Hobby Airport area. Right in here.
This is also in the NRG neighborhood area. Is that correct?
It's
Yay?
already it definitely went through NRG
Gotcha.
area a little bit ago, but they're now in the clear. They're just getting rained on. We are getting a little bit. We're getting a little bit of a signature here. The red blowing away, the green blowing toward it. That may just be a bubble of straight line winds. But everybody here near this is Hobby Airport. Here's the Gulf Freeway, 610 loop, south side of Beltway 8. There's Highway 3. Right in here, possible rotation, right there crossing over I-45 right now. So now the threat is east of I-45. That's how quickly this is moving. Hobby Airport area, it's moved east of you now. Pasadena, Genoa, take cover, first floor of your home or business, away from windows. Interior room, like a closet, is a great place to be, and just let this pass through. Let this little, sometimes we call these gust-nados, as they're very small and weak, but they can still do damage. All right, so we'll wrap here on the TV side. Again, you're invited to keep going with us on the Facebook side right now. Anything else?
Well, reports are coming in from when we're tracking that warned storm in Fort Bend County.
Oh, really?
Just damage to trailers in mobile home parks, where you have more tree limbs that are down, also being reported by law enforcement in those areas. That is pretty much the reports that I'm getting. Well, that's just from the National Weather Service. So I actually got really busy tweeting out all this information. So I didn't get a catch up as to what our viewers are seeing on Facebook, but I'm logging back in on Facebook because you guys are very helpful.
You guys on Facebook are heroes tonight. Thank you for your help. It is it's interesting and challenging to get all the information out on all the platforms, but then the great thing is we get all the feedback from you guys. And Facebook being so interactive. Erica Lopez sitting right next to me, in case you didn't know, she's monitoring social media, getting a lot of critical information right from you guys so that we can share it with you. And you guys have been great tonight. I really appreciate it. So the tornado warning is now expired. It just vanished from the screen. Good. You can see, everybody, the line of thunderstorms is now pushing to the east side. Angleton, Alvin, League City, almost to Baytown, almost to Liberty. So folks in Liberty, Baytown, Mont Bellevue, Anahuac, west side of Galveston Bay, get ready. That line of storms is racing in your direction and producing wind gusts 30, 40, 50, 60, maybe to 70 miles an hour at times. You guys, Baytown, Mont Bellevue, Liberty, League City, Alvin, you're inside this orange polygon. That means you're in a severe thunderstorm warning right now. That is in effect until 1:15.
Okay, Wendy is letting us know. What about Tomball? That we haven't said anything about Tomball in a long time. But Wendy, that's because if you were tuning in probably about 20, 30 minutes ago, we were talking about the Tomball area a lot.
About 30 minutes ago is when Tomball and Cypress were getting the leading edge of that line of thunderstorms. And we had some power outage. We had a little bit of tree limb damage reported in Tomball. And that has now, the worst of the storms are now over in Tomball. You're fine.
And now you're getting cool. So people are also noticing the temperature drop now, David, once the system moves on through.
We're 70s over here, and it's dropping into the upper 50s to the west side. Tremendous temperature contrast right there. So just a minute ago, Brett Buffington, our man on the ground out there, was calling me. Let me give him a call back, see what's going on.
Okay, he was probably calling about some information because...
hey, Brett, you're on speaker. We're live on Facebook. What's going on out there?
Hold on 1 second. Who are we talking to? There we go. Oh, hi, David. How are you?
Hey.
Let me get my mic plugged in.
Okay.
And you can probably hear us better.
Well, I've got a mic. You're good. We got you. I've got you on speakerphone. We're here on Facebook Live.
Oh, well, we were live in the middle of that severe, that tornado warned storm. We were right in the middle of it. Lots of wind, lots of rain. We were trying to get the video on TV, but that didn't happen.
I saw a little bit of it. This is the one that was near the Hobby Airport area?
Right. We were on the South Beltway coming around 288, right when the the warning dropped. We were going to go around and chase it back to the South Houston area, which is about where we are on the Beltway right now. Still a lot of lightning flashes in the distance.
Yeah.
And if someone can punch up the video, we're still feeding you the live video. Whether they can or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're coming around from South Houston. We're about to go
Coming around from South Houston, we're about to go back to Hobby and check out. Obviously, there's a couple of reports here on our Facebook page of damage. Awesome. That's it. Yeah, it's quite wet. We've actually driven through the front of the squall, so we're on the eastern side of it. It's going to pass through here. Probably again, we'll catch the front of this, but now that it's dropped that tornado warning, as you said, you were looking at the same signature we were when we caught up with this. We're going to flip around as soon as this...
and we're going to go back to Hobby.
Have you seen any significant damage, like tree limbs down? I know you're seeing lightning. You've probably passed by some power outages. I see it's a mess on the roads, but have you seen anything, any damage?
No, I can tell you that one of our stringers is up on the north side in that Dry Brook, I believe you said, area. He has reported several trees down. He's actually at that home. Wow. Here is that straight line wind you were talking about. We're in the middle of that line right now. As you can see that video behind you, we are getting whipped across the road. This is coming around the southeast corner of the Beltway. I wish we could pull over. As soon as we get down to flat ground, we can, and we'll pull out the anemometer and tell you the wind gusts.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be
It's intense. Give us 1 second.
all right. Go ahead.
Find it.
So these live pictures from Brett Buffington in our storm tracker. He's out in it. He's right on the leading edge, and getting just pounded with very strong straight line winds. That's the type that can bring down a limb and knock out power, and it just looks like an absolute mess on the roads out here. So folks, if you're at home watching us, even if your power's
See where
out,
I stuck the anemometer? There's the top of it.
yeah, that is a mess.
Yep,
So-
David, 1 second. We're looking for the wind gauge.
All right.
It's in the truck with us somewhere, I know, because I used it in College Station.
What is that, Erica?
Yeah, I was gonna try to build it in a graphic so we can show our viewers, but this is coming in from Somerville
Somerville.
ISD. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll build it in a graphic so we
In a
can
safe
show
spot.
So
Should I move?
apparently we've got at least some tree, maybe some wall damage. Looks like to a apartment or a
it.
condo.
Looks like the siding,
Yeah.
roof siding.
And
Try to
this is
build
in,
that here.
in Somerville. So Erica's efforting a graphic so we can show you. Looks like it's some wall damage to an apartment complex or a condo.
I can't go back, David. I was telling you right before I switched over to talking about the wind. We were just whipping through. We have a stringer up in the spring area. He's up at that dry brook we were talking about.
Yeah.
He's there. Lots of trees down, he says, in that area. He's also seen debris in the road, trash cans blown over. Hasn't seen significant house damage up there.
Good. I'm very glad to hear that. Of course, I mean, light will reveal if there's been anything. So your reports are very helpful, Brett. The video is incredibly helpful. I can see exactly what's going on out there. It's very windy. It's a rainy mess. Your reports of tree limbs down, the stringer reports of trees and tree limbs down. This is about exactly what we would expect from a line of thunderstorms like this. So Brett, I'm gonna put you down for a little bit. Give me a call if you get anything else good. I'm gonna go back to the radar. Brett, nice talking to you. Thank you, sir. And let's go back to the radar view. So where is the next areas to get hit by that wind and rain? Well, there's the leading edge of our line of thunderstorms. So Baytown, League City, Alvin, Liberty, Angleton, you're in on it right now. Those are the neighborhoods that are in the threat for the next round of storms coming through. Well, the only round. Back behind it, Spring, Woodlands, Katy, Sugar Land, Needville, Richmond, Prairie View, Brenham, New Ulm, Cat Spring, Belleville. You're in the clear. You're just getting some colder temperatures and a gusty west wind. And here's the broader view. Oh, look, we've got some snow back in the Panhandle. The kids up at Texas Tech are getting some snow. Interesting, Dallas under a flash flood, looks like a flash flood watch or warning for Dallas. They've had enough rain for that. We looked at rain total a little bit ago. They've been between a ½ inch and an inch and a half. Not enough to cause any flooding problems here in southeast Texas. I'm going to lose the warnings here. Oh, and by the way, no tornado warnings at the moment. And we're not far from this whole episode being over. Put this in motion for you. I'm hearing thunder.
Seeing lightning, that's for sure. Lightning show here outside of our studio. So I've been a little quiet because I'm actually collecting all of these images that are coming in on social media now, which are very helpful. And I'm almost done building this graphic so we can show you guys what some of the storm reports are. So thanks again for your help. Comment below on Facebook or tweet us and let us know what you guys are seeing.
So Liberty County, you're just about to get into the leading edge of that line of storms. So Liberty, Moss Bluff, Mont Bellevue. Yeah, in the next few minutes, you can expect wind gusts anywhere 40 to 60 miles an hour. If you got anything loose out there, it will get blown around, and I would expect at least some power outages in some spots. Liberty, Moss Bluff, hello Mont Bellevue, hello Eagle Lake, Eagle Point. Barrett's getting in on some very gusty wind right now, Eastgate. There's Lake Houston getting a lot of rain and thunder right now at Tascasita, Roman Forest, Kingwood area. But Liberty, Moss Bluff, Mont Bellevue, Baytown, you're just about to get into the leading
Sorry,
edge.
I'm in there because I'm dragging over the
Oh,
picture.
Go right ahead.
So you can keep chatting about that for 1 sec.
So that's coming in. So in just a minute, we're going to have some more pictures of your pictures from Facebook to share. So there's Liberty County. This is Eastern Harris County.
And of course, technology takes forever sometimes. You know, you got lots going on and then it's slow to load. There you go. I'm just going to drag this over for you.
This is two people working on one computer.
And voila, it's like magic.
Yeah, well that's
There you go,
great.
it's
Thank you for
behind me.
doing that. So this is what Erica's been working on. We got this picture from Crystal Lockett, Yeagus Center, Somerville ISD. So up in Somerville. And you know what this is? That looks like a tin roof or awning that has been blown up against a wall, or maybe that's a little bit of wall damage right here. So this is some damage from Somerville ISD, from Crystal at the Yeagus Center. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. The Yeagus Center. That looks like a metal roof that has been blown off of something. And that is absolutely the type of damage you would expect to see with straight line wind, 40, 50, 60 mile an hour gusts. Some damage there. Did you say you had other pictures, or is this the only one?
That's the only one that's been messaged to us personally on the KHOU Facebook page. There's a lot being tweeted out from the National Weather Service, but we don't necessarily have permission to use them. So what helps us is that if you guys have photos and you guys message them, either if it's personally to me or David Paul on Facebook, or personally tweet us, or to the KHOU page, then we'll be able to share them. So I'm kind of diving through everything and trying to find stuff.
We have to follow rules.
Yep.
There is another tornado warning, but it's not in our area. It's far east Texas. To anyone watching us, come on, computer. Just east of Lufkin, up toward Shreveport, those purple boxes, those are your active tornado warnings right now. Baytown almost to you, the leading edge, but there's not a whole lot of lightning there right now. That's good. So here is the next lineup: Liberty, Mont Belvieu, Baytown, League City, Alvin. Liberty, Mont Belvieu, Baytown, League City, Alvin. You're just about to get the leading edge of that line of thunderstorms. If you know anybody who is out on Galveston Bay, they need to get off right now. This type of wind coming across the open water of the bay will be very dangerous for boating. If you know you've got someone who decided to try to run out and catch a fish, maybe there's some flounder running, text them, call them, tell them to get to safe harbor anywhere around Galveston Bay.
Looks like it was Jackie. Man, I just lost her comment right now.
Angleton getting in on a strong thunderstorm. Sweeney to Hawkinsville. In Galveston, that's not far from you. Let me put a storm track on you guys. So, let's see. The leading edge we're 30 miles from Galveston. So that line is less than an hour from reaching Galveston. Hello, Galveston.
Hey, Lupita's up listening to our updates here
Hey, Lupita.
next to her husband who's snoring because she always likes to stay up to date with the weather and what's going on because she panics with these storms.
Yeah.
So, Lupita, this is just, easing your panic. There are no active tornado warnings right now. Depending where you are, I'm not sure where you are, let us know. But we hope you can go to sleep soon, and we think you can. This line's moving out pretty quickly.
For almost all of us, this is just a stormy night. For a few of us, we've got some limbs down in the wrong spot and you've got the power out. And for a very few of us, there's been a little bit of damage, roof damage, awning damage, probably some fence damage. But overall, as severe weather outbreaks go, this one is not going to end up being that bad. Good. However, there's still a risk. It's right along the leading edge of that line of storms, which is racing east at about 35 miles an hour. So I've put a time on this. So here's the leading edge of the storm. This reaches League City by 12:47, so we're almost there. It's 12:44 now. Dickinson, 12:54. Texas City by 1:13. Anahuac, 1:17. Galveston, 1:26. And the Bolivar Peninsula by 1:40. So those are the next timing on when it arrives, especially Galveston, 1:26. You know, when these lines of storms reach the Gulf of Mexico, they suddenly reach an area where there's very little friction. As the wind is flowing over land, well, there are trees and houses and buildings, and it actually will slow the wind down a little bit. It's friction. But when those surface winds reach the water, it's smooth, and they will tend to accelerate. And so that will happen across the open waters of Galveston Bay as well. So in Galveston, areas near Galveston Bay and the Bolivar Peninsula, you can expect wind gusts there 50 to 60 in many spots. You've still got about 30, 45 minutes Galveston. Make sure you got loose objects up, because that will race across and it could cause problems. Once again, leading edge reaches League City at 12:47, Dickinson 12:54, Texas City 1:13, Anahuac 1:17, Galveston 1:26, Bolivar Peninsula 1:40 on Saturday morning.
Okay, good question here by one of our viewer, Kimberly. She's asking if you can explain what straight line winds are. So we have talked a lot about straight line winds this evening.
It is a great question. Basically, what I'm trying to do is delineate between tornadic winds that are circulating around a tornado or winds that are just blowing in a straight line. When you look at a line of thunderstorms, with a little bit of practice, it can become very easy to know which way the wind's blowing. So if you have a line of storms, you draw a line here, and then draw a line coming in from the backside perpendicular. There's your wind direction. So straight line winds across the area. The general wind flow is straight line wind. And the strongest is happening right there on the leading edge of that line of thunderstorms. And it's wind blowing in a straight line. That's straight line wind damage. The other type would be circulating winds. That would be the type you get with a tornado. Those would be tornadic winds. And those are much more dangerous. They're much stronger. They're much more isolated and concentrated in stronger winds. And that's why also along the leading edge of that line, sometimes we can have these little twists, these little tornadoes that spin up out of almost nothing. And we've had several tornado warnings because of those. But so far, no significant reports of any tornadic damage.
Okay, I have another photo coming up for you here. I'm just fixing the
all right, it's all yours.
The original aspect. This is coming out of Waller County. I'm just gonna leave it like this. It's all good. We're being
that looks like
casual
some
right
significant damage there.
It does look pretty bad. So if you want to pull it up on your side, but
is it over on your side right now?
You can actually just show the photographic, which you already have at the top of your rundown, I believe. And if you just refresh it. This is near FM 362 in Meyer. Multiple reports of downed trees and power lines in this area. So that's a photo that was tweeted out.
So this is some damage from Waller County. It looks like maybe some roof damage. I see something that may look, maybe that was an awning of some sort.
Yeah, it doesn't look it could have been that heavy of an object.
Yeah, and quite often, if you have an awning, well, it acts like a sail, and that's what this is. This is some sort of an awning. You can see there's a lot of surface area. The wind gets underneath it, and up and off it goes, and down it goes. That could be expensive, and it can also hurt people, so hopefully no one's injured here. It was about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago that we had our first tornado warning coming out of Waller County, northern Waller County, north of 290. I wonder if that's where this is from. So that from Waller County, OEM, looks like some awning, some roof damage of some sort out of Waller County. It looks like a large section of roof of some sort has been blown over there.
have reports of some fence damage. Fences completely turned over here in the Wheeler Ridge area.
So
of
Wheeler Ridge
Bryan.
fence damage. That's these reports that Erica Lopez is right here getting all your social media pictures, reports. Those are so helpful. When I see damage like that in Waller County of some sort of awning blown out and over, the report of the fence damage, that is most likely straight line wind. And what that tells me is we're not seeing any supercell tornadoes. We're seeing straight line wind. If we had a line of trees that had been ripped up in a straight line, that would be a tornado. We haven't seen that. We've seen what would probably most likely be straight line wind damage.
And you know, the craziest pictures that I'm seeing here, which unfortunately I cannot show because I don't have permission to, but they're coming out of the Bryan College Station area.
You remember at 10 o'clock, that's where all that lightning was.
Yeah, that's where we did have the most intense storms.
Yeah.
And they have huge trees just uprooted in those areas and lots of fences knocked over.
Oh,
Look at that one.
That's a big one. What is this down here? Yeah. That looks more like straight line wind, big fence. And that may be straight line wind damage.
Yep.
Because I don't think we never had a tornado warning. I think we had a big severe thunderstorm warning up there.
Yeah, which was always our greatest concern with this system when it pushed through. The straight line wind damage was the greatest concern forecasting it.
Okay, so Angleton, Alvin, League City, Baytown, Liberty. Of course, Malt Bellevue, Anahuac, you're in here. Ellington Field. Oh, we just popped a new tornado warning. Brazoria County. Leading edge of the line of storms. Let's take a look at it. So this is another one that will probably go very quickly, but let's scope it real quickly and see if we can see a couplet. Yep, there it is. That one shows up nicely. Santa Fe, Hitchcock, Lamarck, y'all need to take cover. So there's our rotation right here. Santa Fe, Hitchcock, there's Highway 6. So it's just south of Highway 6, right on the Brazoria, Galveston County line. That's where we've got our tornado warning in effect until 1:15. So it's going to cross Brazoria into Galveston County. Hey Dion, you read my mind. Let's pop in on the TV side. Yep. So when we get these tornado warnings, we need to jump on the TV side as well to fulfill our obligation to the community, which is what we're about to do right now. And I'm talking to my producer. So there's our couplet, there's our rotation, just south of Highway 6, right on the Galveston-Brazoria County line. Moving toward the neighborhood Santa Fe, Hitchcock, Bayou Vista, Texas City. Okay. All right, good morning, everybody. We have a new tornado warning to let you know about. This is in Brazoria County. Actually, it's right here on the Brazoria-Galveston County line. Here's Santa Fe, there's Hitchcock, Texas City, Bayou Vista, there's Galveston, and it's right here. There's our rotation indicated by radar. That type of rotation, the radar volume scan just updated, and we still have that rotation showing up right there nicely. So we possibly have a tornado here, just south of Santa Fe, just south of Highway 6. It's the type of tornadic signature that says, hey, that storm could be producing a tornado. So take cover. On the first floor, away from windows, interior room of your home or business or office. If you're in the area of Santa Fe and Highway 6, Hitchcock, it's rapidly moving in your direction as well. if it were to hold together for another half an hour, it would threaten Texas City and Bayou Vista. These tornado signatures have been coming and going very quickly. So what's happening here, you get a little tornado possibility and then it very quickly goes away. But that's very common with this type of line echo wave pattern, this line of thunderstorms moving across the area. So once again, there's our tornado indicated by radar just south of Santa Fe. There's Highway 6. This is the Brazoria, Galveston County line, just crossing the line, racing to the east-northeast at about 35 to 40 miles an hour. Santa Fe, Hitchcock, you want to take cover from that possible radar-indicated tornado. And all that being said, let me zoom out and I'll set your bearings. So there's the warned area. Houston proper is out of the woods. It's everybody along the leading edge of that line of thunderstorms, Mont Bellevue, Baytown, League City, Alvin, and now east of Angleton. And then Galveston County. You've got Hitchcock, Lamarck, Texas City, all in that little purple box. That's our tornado warning area. And once again, these warnings are coming and going very quickly. This one's only in effect until 1:15, and it may not last that long. We're under a tornado watch, all of us in southeast Texas, which means be prepared. You may not get a warning. It may spin up a tornado on the leading edge of this storm very quickly, come and go very, very quickly before you really have time to really do much of anything. This is interesting. So there's the radar site in League City. That's our radome. That's what gives us all this information. That's the WS-88D that scans out and can see inside the storm, and it can see raindrops that are heading away and toward the radar site. Those little blobs right there, and that tells us that we have a rotation right there, very tight little rotation, and that indicates that we may have a tornado right there. So folks, in Santa Fe, this is going to pass right near you, just to your south, right along Highway 6. If you're on Highway 6 near Santa Fe, I would urge you to take cover, interior room of your home, away from windows. Cover yourself with a blanket just in case this does produce a tornado. And we've just had another volume scan update, and it's weakened. Still getting a little bit of a signature, possible rotation right there, but it's weakened a little bit. And these little tornadoes right on the leading edge of these line of thunderstorms come and go very quickly with very little warning. So that's the warning for this particular tornado warning, in effect until, have they already let it expire?
Let me see. I don't see anything about it being expired, but
No, there it is.
in effect until 1:15 a.m.
Until 1:15. So we've just had another volume scan update. So again, that's the little spot right there, just racing into Galveston County. Just to set your bearings, there's downtown Houston. So we're moving into Galveston County now with this. Texas City, Hitchcock, Lamarck, everybody is in the path of that possible tornado. But anyone who's right along the leading edge of that storm, Mims to League City to Baytown, everybody along the west side of Galveston Bay, be prepared. This is going to blow some very gusty wind in here very quickly. San Leon, Dickinson, Texas City, NASA area, Clear Lake, NASA Clear Lake. You know, you're just there on the leading edge of this stuff as it's racing east at about 35 to 40 miles an hour. So it's only about a half hour, 40 minutes from Galveston. And we will scope this one more time, and then we're going to go back over to the Facebook side. So we're continuing the conversation on Facebook, looking at this. It's so close to the radar site. Away from the radar, toward the radar. That's where we have our possible rotation within that storm. So if it holds together and crosses I-45, Texas City, you could be in the path of that. First floor away from windows. That's the place to be if you're threatened by severe weather tonight as these storms rumble through. And I will put this in motion one more time so everybody who's watching us can get their bearings. This is the line of thunderstorms we've been forecasting. We've had several tornado warnings. We've had several reports of minor tree damage, minor fence damage, awning damage. At the moment, we've had no reports of any significant damage, and I think we're going to get away without any big significant damage, but we're not quite done with it yet. And Erica Lopez is right after my right in monitoring social. You got a report?
Yeah, right now, this could be a pretty good damage, structural damage to a gas station at Buffalo Speedway and West Orm Drive. This is coming in from the emergency management. So that's in Harris County. That's the latest report coming in.
All right. So we're not quite done with it yet, but Houston is proper. Downtown is done with the severe threat. Now it's our coastal and far eastern counties, Chambers County, Galveston County, coastal Brazoria County. You guys have about another half an hour to go before this is finally done threatening us. But that's the line of storms moving through. All right, so what we're going to do is, if you would like to continue watching our live broadcast, watching the storms roll through, we're going to end the TV side. We're going to go over to the Facebook side. So we're live on KHOU 11's Facebook page. It's a great place to join the conversation. We're getting so many reports from you guys about what's going on out there, really helping us cover the situation, assessing the threat level. So we'll end the TV broadcast here, the weather part of it. We'll go back to programming. If you'd like to continue the weather coverage, you're invited to come on over to 11's Facebook page. All right, thank you. Okay. So we're we're almost done, Erica.
Yeah, you know what that means?
What does that mean? It's almost the weekend.
Oh yeah, it's your weekend. But that means we get to have a glass of wine in about an hour. That's what that means.
Have you brought something up here I'm not aware of? Line of thunderstorms now pushing into the coastal counties, but all the neighborhoods along the west side of Galveston Bay, heads up, Texas City, NASA, Clear Lake, all you guys, San Leon, Dickinson, Lamarck, that line is going to race through with some very gusty wind, some brief heavy rain, lightning, and we've had multiple reports of minor tree damage, minor fence damage, minor awning damage. Erica just gave us that report from Facebook. Thank you, Facebook friends. The report of a gas station near Buffalo Speedway.
Actually, and I believe that's where Brett Buffington is headed his way right now. He didn't give me exact location. He's still texting, but he said that they're about to roll up to a gas station where wind during the last tornado warning brought down the gas station roof above the pumps. So that might be the same one.
The one near...
right along the path of that tornado warning he's
Hobby
saying.
Airport.
Yeah,
Hobby
I'm assuming
Airport
it's the Harris County one.
Yeah. I'm going to do the complete battery change.
Yeah, do it first.
Yep.
All right, so as David Paul is switching out batteries, yep, that's where Brett Buffington is headed right now, West Orm and Buffalo Speedway. So that is where we've had a pretty decent storm report so far. If you've been tuning in, there was a tornado warned storm in that area. Could be the possibility of a little bit of tornado damage, but we won't be able to confirm that quite just yet. So if you guys are tuning in, it's been a long night, but this system is almost clearing out. It's already cleared out from our western counties. Houston, you're pretty much done with the heaviest of the storms. Oh, and our director is looking at me to change out my battery now.
Yeah. Thank you, Dion.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Dion.
Batteries don't last forever. Okay, so we're almost done, but not yet. Galveston, really it's Galveston and the Galveston Bay complex. You've got the greatest threat here for the next half hour or so. The leading edge of that line has a history of producing wind gusts, 50 plus miles an hour. And obviously that can do some damage. It's done some damage to some minor tree limb damage, fence damage, awning damage. We've got some gas station damage, although I bet you that's that big metal awning that acts like a sail in the winds and gets blown over. So that's to be expected in weather like this. Liberty County getting rain and lightning and thunder, but the wind threat is over. The leading edge is now past you. Hello, Winnie. How you doing, Winnie? You're not far from the leading edge of that thunderstorm complex. You can expect wind gusts to 50, Winnie, as that comes through eastern Chambers County. Brazoria, Surfside, you guys are going to get in on that wind and rain here pretty quickly. Very gusty wind across the area. In fact, that's probably the leading edge of the wind gust. Just about to reach Galveston, racing out ahead of that line of thunderstorms.
Okay, update on Brett. Brett's letting us know that he's going to have a live picture as soon as they get there. So,
great.
From some of the latest damage. And also, we had a viewer, Joe said, David, you got to work on your handwriting, bro.
I do.
Just saying.
I've been writing on that screen so much tonight. My finger has a blister on it. Somebody wrote a song about that one time. I have a sore spot.
Oh man. Okay, so thanks for all of your guys' storm reports out there today, and for tuning in, and just for being up to date with the weather. I mean, it's our job to update you guys, and it's your guys' job to kind of stay informed, because the forecast constantly changes. Things change by every second, and so you got to know what's happening to make sure that you and your loved ones are safe.
Yeah,
Christopher, right now, he's given us a storm report, sustained winds at 30 miles an hour over his weather station in Seabrook. So we got another little amateur meteorologist there. Pretty cool.
Y'all's reports have been fantastic tonight. Thank you for joining us and giving us all the reports. So gust to 30 at Seabrook?
Yep.
That helps.
Baytown, gust of 66.
Gust of 66 to Baytown, I believe it. Absolutely believe it. That's where that line just blew through. So there you are, Baytown. So right now, heavy weather, Baytown, Mont Belvieu, and then along the bay, Red Bluff to Beach City, LaPorte getting on some heavy weather right now. Just about to see those strong winds get over the north side of the bay. Anahuac, Wallaceville, Hancomer, Moss Bluff, Monroe City, all in the path of those wind gusts that, remember Baytown, it was a gust of 60 they reported?
66.
66 in Baytown. That's enough to take down an awning or a fence or a gas station awning, you bet.
Okay, Leah's asking in Pearland, how much longer can she expect this heavy rain and lightning? She's having anxiety. She needs to sleep.
You can go to sleep in Pearland.
There you go. Time to sleep,
The
Leah.
worst is over. I'll zoom in on your Pearland.
And Lisa's letting us know that she has tree branches down in Baytown. So same area where we saw those gusts of 66.
That's wonderful. See how that works? We get a report of a gust of 66, and then confirmed by another resident of Baytown that they've got some tree damage. And it's so nice to get that type of information from you guys. It helps us so much. So there's Pearland. So Pearland, you're still getting lightning and thunder, but you're on the back side of the line. That line is moving away from you.
But unfortunately, even though the line's moving away, Mary's letting us know that she lost her power in Pearland. So not quite sure how long it'll take for that to be restored.
Yeah, the power outage. I think the best thing to know is that, like, if your power goes out, they know. CenterPoint knows that it's out. You don't have to call them. They know it's out. They're sending trucks out. They want to get your power back on as quickly as possible. That's how they make money, by selling you electricity. So they're out there getting the power back on, and they know. They know how important it is, obviously. It's like the internet now. It's become a basic necessity.
So I believe, and I'm going to confirm this, that the tornado watch has been canceled.
The warning?
The watch.
Oh, the watch.
So yeah, we were under a tornado watch until it was until 4 a.m. So let me just confirm that it's canceled.
Looks like
most of our areas canceled.
There you go. They've shaved it down.
Yeah.
So Houston, Harris County, we're out of the woods. We're no longer in the tornado watch. Yay. Galveston, Chambers, Liberty County, you're still under the gun. And that's where the line of thunderstorms is right now. You can see Liberty to Baytown, League City, Alvin, Angleton. Still have an active warning here for Galveston County, but I just scoped that. I don't see any rotation with it. I hear thunder here in the Galleria area. Galveston, very strong winds. Ballard Peninsula, very strong winds are heading your way right now. Let's check temperatures.
That's what I was about to say. Because I see all these watches warnings shift east.
Yeah.
I want to see what the temperature's like when I'm going to walk outside.
That cold air is pushing out of here.
Excited for this. Guys, it's going to be chilly tomorrow.
Look at the temperature drop. It's 59
Nice.
in Angleton.
Nice.
56 Columbus, Bush 61. So yeah, we were 74, dropping to 61. Not quite 15 degrees, but 12, 13 degrees. That's nice.
But that's warmer than what our high will be tomorrow.
That's a good point. So these are high temps. This is the high temp for the day.
Oh, I mean today. Yes.
Yeah, today,
I forgot
right.
where today it's one.
Crossed over the prime meridian a little bit ago. So these are the high temps for the day. We will continue to drop with a northwest wind into the 50s, and we expect to stay in the 50s all day on Saturday. Good day to be in. Oh,
Okay.
You know what I got for Christmas?
What?
Somebody gave me a bottle of honey mead wine.
Oh, nice.
After talking for 5 hours today.
Yeah, well, I have leftover wine from my wedding. That was $5.
Oh.
Can't beat that.
The price never tells you how good it is. Sometimes that $5 stuff's really good.
Okay, so Brett just let us know that he arrived to his location. He's probably, if he doesn't have the live pick already, he's probably going to set it up. So if we want to let our directors back there know, to let us know if we
Yeah.
got the live feed, because he is at a location right now in Harris County where we have some pretty
Dion, you're getting this? Okay.
where we have some pretty significant damage. This is at West Orem and Buffalo Speedway. We did have a tornado warned storm earlier today, and it
Yes,
apparently
please.
brought down the roof from a gas station above all the pumps.
There it is. Now, okay, so this is classic straight line wind damage. I don't know if it was a tornado. They'll have to assess, but these metal awnings act like sails in the wind, and you get a wind gust of 50 or 60, and absolutely. So this is Buffalo Speedway at West Orem, you said?
Correct.
Yeah, Buffalo Speedway, West Orem, south side. And the big metal cover over those gas pumps that covers you when you're pumping gas has been blown over here. And that's a mess for the insurance company, but hopefully it's been late at night enough and no one's really suffered any damage. I see a few people here walking around a little bit, assessing the damage. Brett zooming in on it. That apparently it's a Chevron station. But this is very typical of this type of wind damage, straight line wind damage from a strong line of thunderstorms moving through. This is exactly what I'd expect to see. Thank you, Brett Buffington. So Brett Buffington is out live. These are live pictures right now as he's been tracking the storms as they've moved on through. This is the worst of the damage we've seen so far in the Houston area. Okay. You can go ahead. We can go ahead and switch on back.
So there was, looks like I just got a notification, a new severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm, so not a tornado warning.
I saw
Can we
that
check
they
out where that is? Oh, we still have one active tornado warning.
Galveston Bay complex.
Gotcha.
That's
Looks like they're just reissuing these warnings but pushing them east
yeah.
as it follows the line.
Yeah. So here's your line of storms. Downtown Galveston, it's just about to you. If you're at King's Confectionery, make sure you get inside on the Strand. That line of storm is going to race off there pretty quickly. But this is where the threat is, right along that leading edge. So at League City, you're still getting heavy rain and lightning, but you're done with your severe threat. And the temp should be dropping pretty quickly. And it looks like the leading edge of that gust front has already blown off into the Galveston, across Galveston Bay and into the Gulf of Mexico. I do want to scope this storm here in Galveston County.
All right, and I'm monitoring your guys' storm reports on social media tonight. Thanks for joining us. Technically, it's now Saturday morning, and a lot of these storms are moving out, cold temperatures moving in for the weekend. So Terrence is saying he appreciates all your hard work, David Paul. So, and
we love doing it.
Yep.
Erica and I knew we were going to be up late tonight, so we planned for this. We're good to go. This looks like the leading edge of some very gusty wind, just hitting Texas City, just about to hit, well, there's Pelican Island, there's Jamaica Beach. So it's going to across the bay side of Galveston Island. Expect very strong winds here to the next few minutes, and then that should race on off into the Gulf of Mexico, and then we're going to be done.
Mary kind of had a funny joke.
What?
Texas weather be spitting out temperatures like the Powerball. 70, 55, 46, 34, 66. That's basically your temperatures all the time.
That's exactly what it is.
That was a good one, Mary.
We do have Powerball weather here. Ping pong ball.
All right, Lupita's giving us a report from Hobby that it's quiet now. And that was the area where we did have some crazy weather just moments ago with a tornado warned storm in that area. So happy that things are quieting down for a lot of you guys tonight.
Yeah, that's great. It blows through and then it's out of here. About as quickly as it comes, it goes. Galveston, we're just kind of waiting for this line to get through you before we sign off. I just want to make sure that gets through without any warnings. The line itself is becoming very linear. That's when it gets linear like that, it becomes very unlikely that it's going to produce any tornadic activity. That's good. Still a little bit of drippy rain back here toward Brenham and Columbus, but nothing severe. You're done with that. The winds have all shifted around to the northwest. Temps are dropping into the, let me try to write it neatly, the 50s. There we go. That's not bad. Still in the 70s out here, but that's that temperature contrast. The two temperatures don't want to mix. It's kind of like oil and water. It's just one more thing that focuses that conversion zone right there. Oh, let's look at lightning strikes.
I feel like our viewers are doing, they're coming up with lots of jokes now. Now that the storms are clearing out. Maybe they've had a few glasses of wine.
Well, it is after midnight on a Friday night.
Yep. Ashley's saying we need more late night David Paul more often. She's chilling out in Pearland and she's enjoying it.
Absolutely.
Are you sure about that?
Cheers, Pearland.
Branches down. Let's see. High winds. Lisa Walsh. Where is this storm report coming from? Can you let us know, please?
So inside the box here, 373 strikes in the last. Let me see how much I've got this timed for. In the last 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes, just inside, just this section of the line, put out 373 lightning strikes. And this is interesting. 170 of them were negative. Those are the ones that are usually right underneath the storm. 203 were positive. Those are the stronger ones. Quite often they jump off the top of the storm. A lot of positive strikes. Very active lightning with this. That's just in the past 10 minutes. Almost 400 strikes in the last 10 minutes.
Okay, here's a storm report coming out from our National Weather Service chat room. Receiving reports of power pole sheared in Pearland in the vicinity of Magnolia and 1128. So damaged pole cause damage to the adjacent poles. So that's a report coming in from our National Weather Service chat room. I'll try to search if there's any photos, but if there's anyone tuning in from Pearland in that area, are you familiar with it?
You know, that's really interesting because we did not get a warning for the Pearland area, like a tornado warning. That must have been straight line wind.
Yeah.
Power pole snapped. Wow. So Galveston, you're about to get the worst of it, but it won't last long.
Oh, people are coming up with more jokes. You want another one?
Please do share.
All right, wait, I think, okay. Charlie, and you know, let's not get offended. This is just a joke, okay? I'm a woman too, but I can still laugh. It's funny. The weather is like a woman. It changes its mind every day.
Oh, no. No, Charlie. It was Charlie?
Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah.
No.
I change my mind a lot. Men do too.
Yeah, I change
I'm
my
just
mind
saying,
a lot.
Men do too.
I'm offended.
All right. Matt, reporting that his power's out. Matt, where are you located right now? Can you let us know, please?
Are you laughing at another joke that you can't repeat on the air?
I mean, no, I'm just laughing at our viewers and their response to the jokes.
Oh.
They enjoyed it.
Oh, good, good.
They enjoyed it.
I
yeah.
enjoyed it.
They're just saying, oh, Charlie.
Charlie.
Okay, reports of power outages in Baytown at the moment.
The tornado warning for Galveston County has been allowed to expire, by the way. So Texas City, Lamarck, you're not under a tornado warning. That's very important and good news right now. That storm just never did put out a real good signature. There's your storms: League City, San Leon, Texas City, Santa Fe, Bayou Vista, Galveston, Port Bolivar. Galveston, you're not into the worst of it yet. You've had the wind gust go across. You're getting very strong winds. I wonder if
Vicky just asked if we forgot her in Freeport. Vicky, we
no.
never forget you guys in Freeport. Ever, ever.
I will check Freeport here in just a second, but what I want to do is check. So that's our WeatherBug camera at the Boardwalk Inn in Kemah. That is a rainy, windy parking lot right there. And I wanted to check our Galveston cam there too. I have to talk through. There's live from the Zaza. There's the Med Center. Good evening, good morning, Med Center. Best med center in the world. I know you guys are up working hard right now, or recovering. That's our live camera out in the Galleria area, Amity Bank. We're just a rainy mess there right now, no severe weather. Sugar Land, raindrops all over the lens. Space Center Houston, oh, saw a flash of lightning. That's lots of water on the lens there. Shuttle display, Space Center Houston. That is a very, what are you laughing at? That is a very, look at Galveston, our live WeatherBug camera in Galveston.
Oh, this is a funny one.
It's a mess. Oh, good.
Okay.
Now, be careful.
Sorry.
It wasn't Charlie, was it?
No, it's Destiny. Destiny.
Yes, Destiny. Tell
said
the joke,
the
please.
weather's coming at us like people for a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Yes, that's good.
I'm sorry. I'm really trying to be serious and looking at these reports, but all these jokes are coming in now, and it's getting really hard to focus, guys.
Do not go for a Popeye sandwich right now on the on the Seawall Boulevard. That is winds gusting 30, 35, 40 and above. really making a mess. So the worst of the weather right now is hitting the coast of Galveston right now. Live weather bug camera from the Hotel Galvez. We're looking down at Seawall Boulevard, and just the wind. There's somebody, that's a brave drive down Seawall Boulevard right now. You can see the camera shaking, palm trees are shaking, the wind is going horizontal across the screen. It's a rainy night.
It is, but you know what? A lot of people are saying goodnight because it's quieting down in their neighborhood now. They're saying, you know, I can go to sleep finally, but definitely appreciate our coverage. So we're happy that we could be here and be with you guys. And, you know, if your power went out, but you were able to tune in on your cell phone, that's what we're here for, to let you guys know what's going on. Yeah. And we're happy we could be of service.
So there you go, Galveston. You're getting the leading edge, and although you've got wind and rain and lightning and thunder, it's not too terribly bad. I would expect there'll be some minor tree damage in Galveston, minor stuff. There will be a few spots that have a power outage here. There may be a power pole that goes down. There may be some minor fence damage if you're unlucky. But for most of you in Galveston, it is just going to be raining and storming for the next half hour, 40 minutes, and that's going to be the end of it. It's been nice to have you guys with us here on Facebook tonight. I've really enjoyed this. Great viewers. Thank you so much for the help tonight. This has really helped get everybody, you know, who hadn't gone through it yet, get prepared to know what's coming. Like a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Hey, Maddie appreciates it. She's saying all the anxiety that she had turned into relieved hysteria and dumb jokes.
Isn't it nice?
We're here for that.
Anytime we can turn it into dumb jokes, we're ready to go that direction. And it really has been, because although it's been a little scary at times, we have avoided a huge severe weather outbreak. We really did. This was a bumpy night. We had a couple of tornado warnings. We've had some minor damage. We've got that Chevron station down there on the, what is that called again? Buffalo Speedway. The awning has come over, but that's to be expected. It's typical damage for a line of thunderstorms like this. It's going to cross Galveston here. It's doing it right now with wind and rain and gusty wind, and that should be about the end of it. All right. Thank you so much for staying up with us. At this point, looking at the radar, looking at the rain, it's going to be rainy and thundery across Galveston County for the next 15-20 minutes, and that's going to be it. That's because the leading edge is now pushing offshore. Good. So we're winding it down. Thanks for being with us tonight. We enjoyed all your help. Thank you for the pictures and the reports and the jokes.
Yes, the jokes especially.
The jokes especially. We'll have pictures of the damage on the morning show tomorrow morning on KHU 11 News this morning tomorrow morning. We're on the air at 7. If you want to be up early with us, we'll be there for you. All right, good night, everybody. Oh, and go Texans.